to raise very important matters through you from this platform. I was with you yesterday, some of you. We felt it is important we again call you today because the country needs our voice and our actions as leaders. The main reason I called you is on the fuel prices and crisis that is there in the country now. And I called you here also to provide practical solutions on how we can try to lessen the burden from the Kenyan people. But from yesterday, I'm sure all of us as Kenyans, so that the government has not been keen and the government has not been forthright in wanting to deal with this crisis in a manner that is humane and in a manner that understands that fuel is an important component in the running of our economy. Our economy literally runs on oil and fuel. And how we have seen, including the communication from government, has been disappointing and has been underwhelming. Because in such a matter, you'd have expected that instead of sending a memo to the newsrooms, just by the time you are finishing to read news, this is a matter that needed more explanation from senior government officials because it's very far-reaching. I mean, increasing fuel with the margins Kenya increased. I am seeing, if you don't mind, the ones who are here, is that the margin at which fuel was increased is not just about pump, it is about the spiraling within the economy. And let me start here by saying that the hiking of fuel prices that happened yesterday, of course, is unprecedented in terms of quantum. We have never seen that kind of margin increase in fuel prices ever since EPRA started releasing the guidance of prices. And therefore, this is a very important matter to our economy and the running of our economy in all sectors. Just today, we have seen that the transport industry have also reacted to the hike in fuel prices by also passing over that burden to the consumers of the services within the transport industry. That is also likely to also happen in manufacturing. It is likely to happen in every other sector within our economy. And therefore, the bigger question that we need to ask ourselves as Kenyans, between the ripple effect of increasing fuel with the kind of margin that we did yesterday as Kenya, between that effect, that direct effect, and the ripple effect that is there, and on the other side, the amount of money that we could spend in making sure that fuel is affordable, what is a bigger cost to the economy and which is a more prudent thing to do? Is it to let the economy spiral in its negative effects from transport to manufacturing to the forex in terms of dollar demand and to all the other sectors? Is it better to stop that spiraling by spending some little more money on bringing down the prices, or is it unleashing the entire price increment to the consumers? That is what we need to interrogate. And as I said before, it is upon us as leaders to also offer practical, reasonable proposals that Kenya can work on. And just to go direct to the point, number one is that the reduction of VAT yesterday of 3% is a dry joke taken too far by the government. 3% is inadequate. It is not addressing the issue on the table. Secondly, is that the people of Kenya expected the government to also talk about lowering fuel levy. And number three, the subsidy that was provided yesterday through the Fuel Stabilization Fund is overwhelmingly inadequate, and we need to do something about it. So I have three proposals based on what we need to do as Kenyans now, without necessarily waiting. I have kept talking about this issue for